Oh, welcome back or welcome if you're new. It is Sunshine Lorena and today is Vlogmas day number 6 and I'm coming at you with the Cozy Christmas book tag. So guys, I am still keeping up on the content. We're doing it. So Vlogmas Bookmas day number 6, Cozy Book Christmas tag. I've not done a tag in a little while and I saw that there's some really fun Christmas book ones. So I'm doing one. This one, the original creator was, let me double check guys. The original commentator was Call Me After Coffee. I will leave a link to the original video. So yeah, let's just get into the questions. So number 1, Twinkling Lights. What's the most beautiful book you're on? Guys, this has got to be this gorgeous collection of Jane Austen. I mean, it's all of her published complete novels. Just look at how gorgeous that is. There is gold edges. And if I open it up, it is just designed so beautifully inside. I mean, gorgeous. I love this. So pretty, and I own all of Jane Austen's novels now because I have this one. So yes, definitely the prettiest book I own. A close second actually was another collection of Jane Austen. However, this was only 3 of her novels. And yes, this was a close second. There is gold edges in this one as well. But yes, that was a close second, but definitely this collection of Jane Austen books is just absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. Question number 2, the perfect tree. Will you pay more to get the prettiest edition of a book? So it depends guys. It really does depend. It depends on what book we're talking about. If it was like one of my all-time favorite books, yeah, of course, I'll pay a little bit more money for a nice edition, a pretty edition. But then, also it depends on how much money we're talking. Of course, I want a lovely and a gorgeous edition, but is it like really expensive and I could have actually had like 5 books for that? It just does depend, but I wouldn't buy a pretty edition of just any book. It'd have to be a book that's special to me, one that I will enjoy. Yes, it just won't be any book, but yes, definitely it's something that I would do. And then question number 3, build a snowman. Make a Christmas book stack, colour or theme. Yes, we can do this. I can get some green and red books together. Give me a second. So yes, here we go. I do have more. I have a lot of red books, as you can see. I do have a few more green ones, but I don't want to disturb my bookcase too much and have like all the books like everywhere. But with this nice little stack, and I've not actually read all of these ones. I did start this one, ran out of time for going on holiday, and I've not went back to it, but I will be. This is the new edition for me. Thank you very much, Book is Secret Santa. And I picked up a Good Girl's Guide for Murder a few months ago in the charity shop. So yes, a little Christmas stack, guys. So then question number 4, crackling fire. What book makes you feel warm and cozy? I would have to say, first of all, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you've probably heard me mention this every now and again, and I do have a collection of them here in different languages. It's literally my favourite book, which is why I chose it for this, because it just makes me feel nice, warm and cozy inside, as it's a favourite. It just brings me joy when I read this one. Is there any other that I would say gives me warm and cozy vibes? Ooh. For the moment, I'm just going to stick with this, because yeah, I've been reading a lot of thrillers and stuff recently, and they don't exactly scream cozy. So yes, this is that one. This is the one I choose. For the moment, there should be something else, and I just can't think. There definitely will be other books that are on this. Warm and cozy. Warm and cozy. Oh, I read The Hating Game earlier this year. I really enjoyed it. I really want to reread it. It just gave me so much joy. The characters, I really love them, and yes, definitely gives me that nice, feeling inside, definitely. Then question number 5, knee-high socks. What's the longest book you have read? I read the longest book I've ever read to this year actually, and it was The Stand by Stephen King. It is like 1,300, yeah, it's over 1,300 pages. It is a chunker. It's the longest book I've ever read, but I really enjoyed it. I think if it's the right book, it doesn't matter how many pages it is, you will really enjoy it, and this is one of them. So if you don't know, The Stand is set, there is a pandemic basically, a flu-like pandemic that happens. I was okay to pick this up, so maybe if you're not okay picking up a pandemic book, don't reach for this one. But it starts off with a flu-like pandemic, and then the world pretty much, yeah, there's a plague, and then it's following the survivors following that kind of flu-like pandemic, and it's got to do with the Dark Man, and people keep having dreams about him, and I don't want to see too much more. Obviously not very close to our current situation over the last 2 years, but the initial bit is, you know, a bit close. But yes, I did really enjoy it, and it's one that I recommend. It was a great, really big book. Then question number 6, ugly sweaters. What's the ugliest book you own? What's the ugliest one I own? This isn't easy, guys. I do own ugly books, but I'm trying to see which one is the ugliest one. Got it. I think this is one of the ugliest ones that I own. So this is the collection of the first 3 books in the Spectre Montalbano series by Andrea Calamari. And yes, it's not that a great cover. I wouldn't say it's like really ugly. It's not a great cover, because it is a TV show, so you have the actor here who plays Montalbano, and it's obviously a picture of the town where they filmed it, I think. It's not that great. It's just not a great cover. It's not one that I'll be like, you know, wanting to show off to people, like, look at this book, is so beautiful. Definitely isn't. It's definitely one of the ugliest ones that I own. And like I said, that's the first 3. It's not like such a huge thing. That's the first 3 novels that are included in that one. Then we have number 7, Blizzards, a book set in winter, or a book that gives you the chills / dark themes. Okay, first one, No Exit by Taylor Adams. I read this at the very start of the year. It is set during a snowstorm, so, you know, perfect winter vibes. It was a 5-star thriller for me. It was absolutely amazing. It follows our main character, Darcy, who is travelling home because her mum is sick, and she ends up getting caught in the snowstorm and has to pull into a rest stop. And there are some other people there as well who are stuck until the snowplows come in the morning, who will be able to clear the roads, and they'll be able to leave. When she is out in the parking lot, I can't remember, she went to her car for something, I can't remember what the reason was. She saw that in the van next to her there is a little girl inside a cage. So it's her trying to work out who is this child kidnapper and how to get this girl out of there and herself. And she has to do this all before the roads are cleared, otherwise she'll miss her chance and the girl will be taken away, and who knows what's going to happen to her. It's so fast paced, you know, this, when you think it's reached a maximum, like, you know, fast pacedness, it just ups it again and again. It is such a good book. Definitely recommend. Like I said, it was my first 5-star of the year, and it's absolutely amazing. And every single thriller I've compared to it this year, I know other one has lived up to it. I mean, I've still read some really good thrillers, but none that are as good as that, you know. Then question number 8, and it's the last one, Home for the Holidays. For the rereaders out there, are there books that I feel like going home? I mean, it's gonna have to be The Alchemist again. I've read this so many times. It is my favourite book, so it always like gives me that feeling, returning to something that I really love and enjoy reading. Another one, I'm not a big rereader. I always have this idea of, oh, I need to reread, but then there's so many other books I have to read, so I don't read as much as I'd like to. The other one that I've read a couple of times, I would say, is The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Actually, this one could have been a contender for ugly cover for this edition, now that I look at this. But The Notebook, I've seen the film several times, I've read this a few times, and it's just a story. It's just a story that gets to me. I get emotional, but I think it's beautifully written, and yes, it's been several years since I have reread this, but I love this. Another one, again, I've not read this in years, but I've read it a few times and I really enjoyed Captain Crowley's Mandolin. I really enjoyed this one. I've seen the film again a couple of times, but I really like the story. It's set during the Second World War, and it follows Captain Crowley Mandolin when he is with the Italian army when they're occupying Greece, and they're on this island, and it's the time on this island where the Italians and Germans are occupying. And yes, the story of this village and the people there and some of the characters. I know that's so vague, but I don't want to say too much without giving it away, but trust me, it's historical fiction set during the Second World War, but it's such a great story. Really great. So yes, those are a few that I would say definitely, you know, reread. Is a pleasure to reread those books, and you know, it gives me that joyful feeling again. And yes, that's it. That is all of them. On this one there isn't like the I tag people one, but anyone who wants to do this, consider yourself tagged. I'd love to see your answers to these questions. Yes, thank you very much for watching. I'm posting videos every single day up until Christmas for Vlogmas, Bookmas. Otherwise I usually post on Wednesdays and Sundays. And yes, so thank you very much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!